You're listening to an audiobook that could not only change your life, but also help turn the tide on the devastating effect that global warming could have on our planet. This is my 9th book in 9 years, and it's very possible that you have read or heard one or more of the previous 8. There are currently more than 5 million copies of my Finish Rich books and audiobooks in print. I'm known for my take action advice on your finances. I've inspired and motivated millions around the world to be smarter with their money and to live and finish rich. So why now write about going green? And why should you listen to me? The answer is simple. Going green is the most important issue that will shape our future. I believe, as many around the world do, that we have reached a turning point, or tipping point, as Malcolm Gladwell would say, on the environment. We have come to a point in time where what we do as people to change the tide of global warming and reverse its effects on our planet requires stronger action than we have taken. Second, I believe that the world is taking action, and that the United States in particular has lagged in its action over the last 20 years and now needs to catch up. As citizens and tenants of our planet, we cannot allow the disaster of global warming to continue. We have to change the tide of the global warming epidemic, or our lives, our children's lives, and their children's lives will be forever affected. We have done tremendous damage to our planet. We have been bad tenants, and the landlord, our planet, is suffering. But in truth, it is we who will suffer the most if we don't do something and take drastic action. Third, I am convinced that we will take action, and that the action we will take to become environmentally smarter will shape the environmental and economic futures of all of us. Going green can make you rich. Not going green can make you poor. I am convinced that we are waking up to the need to live greener and protect the planet. As a result, one of the biggest factors affecting your ability to build wealth over the next 20 years is going to be the global environment and what we're doing or not doing to protect it. If you missed investing in the computer and technology revolution in the 1980s and the 1990s, you missed one of the biggest investment opportunities of the 20th century. Well, green is the new technology. Investing green will be to the 21st century what investing in technology was to the 20th century. From a financial point of view, you simply cannot afford to ignore it. This audiobook will help you see the opportunities that exist to catch this life-changing movement. Going green is about our kids, our families, and our lives. As I record this, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change is meeting in Bali to set a global agenda for action. Earlier this year, the UN-sponsored Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change completed its 4th assessment of the science and impacts of climate change. It concluded that greenhouse gas emissions from human activity rose by 70% from 1970 to 2004 and continue to rise at an increasing pace. As a result, climate change is unequivocal. The impacts, according to the report, will include an increased risk of extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and drought, a decrease in the availability of fresh water for hundreds of millions of people, an increase in potentially deadly heat waves, and serious food supply problems in Africa and other parts of the world. I encourage you to read parts of this report. You can do so by visiting the website www.ipcc.ch. Look for the AR4 synthesis report and the summary for policymakers. As a father, I cannot read a report like this, supported by thousands of scientists and people from 130 countries, and not act. I cannot simply sit by knowing that one day I will have to explain to my son Jack why I didn't do anything to make a difference. And if you are a parent, I am sure you feel the same way. As adults, we are not yet seeing the worst of the effects of global warming, but our kids, our grandchildren, and their kids will. We must act, and we must care, and we can do something. Our kids who see our behavior change will change with us. In many cases, they're changing before we are. We may be learning now from them. Just do one green thing today. It will lead to more. My personal transformation to becoming more environmentally conscious happened suddenly, and I must admit, by accident. It started by doing just one green thing. My green action was to move into one of the leading green apartment buildings in the country. I did this at the time not so much for the green building as for the location. The building was located next to my son's favorite park. But then something happened when I moved in, and it stopped me in my tracks. Our health improved within weeks. For one thing, my allergies, which I had suffered from my entire life, simply disappeared. I was taking 3 prescription drugs a day when I moved in. Within 6 weeks, I had pretty much stopped needing them. And my son's mild asthma disappeared completely. He has not had an asthma attack since we moved there, knock on wood. We have also started sleeping longer and more soundly. I immediately started paying attention to the building. What was in this building? And why were we feeling so much better? Why was it that a building that was designed to be environmentally friendly could make us feel better? Within weeks, I made more changes. My cleaning products at home are now all green. So are the dry cleaners we now use. I looked at my car, a gas-guzzling SUV, and gave it up. I also started noticing that I wasn't spending more money to make these changes. I was actually saving money. And then I started telling my friends, all of those who would listen. Now the truth is, I'm still transforming, but I have become green conscious, and it's changing both my life and that of my son. I share this with you not to brag, but to demonstrate that if a guy like me, who used to hate to recycle, can change, so can you. And that's what this audiobook is meant to help you do, to take action, to go green, and live rich.